So we actually have a kid, is our first viewer that would like advice. This is Cassidy, and I have no idea what such a young person is doing up here. But Cassidy, I'm impressed that you need advice from him at this early age. How old are you, may I ask?
I'm 12. I'm turning 13 in February.
Wow. Smart girl. She's got her thinking cap on pretty young. What would you like to ask?
Okay, so Ryan, I've been making the same allowance for 2 years now, but I think I deserve more. What can I do? What can I do to get a higher allowance?
Can I ask you what your allowance is?
Like, I get $15 a week.
Whoa!
Good question. That's a good amount of money.
$15 a week? Wow.
But that's a good question, and it kind of goes right along the lines of when people say, how do I get a raise? Right, so here's what you're gonna do.
It is. She's asking for her first raise.
Yeah, your
this
first
is actually
raise.
a great skill building.
This is important. This is important. Okay, you're 12 years old. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna sit down your boss in front of you, that's your mom and your dad. You're gonna sit them down, and you're gonna tell them they shouldn't pay you what you deserve. They should pay you what you're worth, okay? And here's how you're gonna do that. I'm gonna give you a little tip. You're gonna talk to all your friends. You're gonna do a comp market study. You're gonna ask them, how much allowance do they get? You're gonna put it into an Excel. You know what Excel is?
Yes.
Yeah, great. You sure? Maybe on a little notepad, right? Good. Write it all down, do the median, look at the average, kind of compare it to maybe inflation, get a friend to tell you what that means, mark it all up, sit in front of your parents, and boom, they're paying you too little.
So I would love to start my own business,
Okay.
But I'm experiencing a serious lack of funds. So what do you think I should do?
Okay, so that's a good question, and I get that a lot. People think that they need money, like startup capital, to start a business, which sometimes is true, but really isn't always true. And I like to kind of answer this question with what I call the 3 fences, and I talk about that a lot in the book. Kind of the hurdles that people need to get over. The first is what you just said. People think they need a lot of money to start a business, and you really don't. Like, I started my business the day Lehman Brothers filed for bankruptcy in 2008. That was day 1 for me. Wow. I had no money. But what I did have was I had a voice to tell people what I did. And that's honestly, today for everybody, is social media. You know, that's a huge part, even for me now, selling everything that I sell. Social media is that #1 free marketing device. The #2 fence you have is you say to yourself, oh, well, how am I going to stand out from the competition, right? Because you're a brand new business, brand new to the street. How am I going to stand out amongst all these successful people? Do what they don't do, which is take the time to promote yourself with something interesting and fun. So it's autumn right now, right? So get a bunch of pumpkins. You know, there's pumpkins everywhere, and pass them out for free. No one else is doing that because they're too busy. Every new person you meet because of that free pumpkin is going to be a new contact that you have that the competition doesn't have. Okay? That's #2. That's #2. And Number three, kind of what we were talking about before, the power of positive thinking. You need to give yourself, kind of what we do as little kids, you need to give yourself a future reward. And something that I've seen work really well for people, especially who are new to the business or struggling, is plan a vacation. Even if you can't afford it right now. Put it 3, 4 months, maybe 6 months off into the future. Circle it in red, highlight it, put it everywhere, kind of like your vision board. And you will work so much harder subconsciously
to get to that goal,
to pay for that future vacation, and you will get there and you will be more successful.
Okay, Arlena.
I have a question. We have meetings at work every month, and I get a little tongue-tied.
Okay.
So I get nervous about what am I going to say, or...
Do you get a little shy in front of a group?
little, yes. So I was, you know, it's very hard sometimes. I'm like, what am I going to say? Oh, let me say that right. And then I second-guess myself.
Right, because it's scary.
Yes.
It's scary and you almost don't know what you're going to say. And it's not even just big crowds. Like, you're on a date. What do I say? I don't know how to break the ice. Honestly, remember that your words are coming from your voice, which starts with the lips, the teeth, and the tip of the tongue. That's where your voice comes from, whether you're nervous or excited. And something that I like to do with all salespeople, people that work for me, people that I work with, is run them through tongue twisters. Have you ever done a tongue twister?
When I was a kid, I remember at school sometimes.
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
There you go.
There you
That's
go.
the first one. Can you say Sally sells seashells by the seashore?
Sally sells seashells by the seashore.
Almost.
It's hard,
That's pretty
right?
good.
Yes.
It's hard.
It is. It really is. It's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard.
and the accent, it kind of gets in there a little.
Right.
So if you practice that in the mirror, another one is red leather, yellow leather. Can you do that one?
Red leather, yellow leather.
That's good. What about the audience? Can the audience do that? Let's see. Ready? On 3. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Red leather, yellow leather. You're pretty good. A couple of you weren't that good. You got to work on it.